Now we're going to answer some of the most requested questions we get all the time about Coach Belichick.
And we'll answer them once and for all. Let's do it.
You remember the first time you met Coach Belichick?
Not really, to tell you the truth. Oh, actually, I do. Yeah, it just clicked, actually. It was at the Combine. Yeah, when I walked into the room when you're doing the pre-draft, visits at the Combine with the teams, and there was Coach Belichick when I walked in and interviewed with the Patriots. It was about a quick 5 minutes. The Bears was there, a couple other guys were there, but yeah, that's when I met him. Nothing spectacular that stood out, but I just remember going in there and just getting questions real quick at the Combine. How about you? Do you remember the first time you met Coach Belichick?
I was like a 7th rounder, so like it was kind of like just show up. And here's your shit and your schedule, and you figure it out. And like, I remember the first time like we encountered each other was like on the practice field when I was catching punts with Kevin Falk, and he was teaching me how to catch a punt. He says, "You catch a punt with your legs, not your feet, your arms, Edelman. Mm-hmm. You got to get your feet right." So it gives you a 2-way go.
See?
Great coaching tip.
That is a great coaching tip, because every fan out there is like, you got to catch the punt with your hands. That's what everyone's saying. Use your hands, but really,
you got to know where it is with your feet.
Coach Belichick knows, he's a step ahead of you and knows more.
Yeah.
And he's telling Julian that you got to catch it with your feet. Yeah, obviously you use your hands to catch it, but if you have your feet in place and under you, like you were just saying, it's going to make it a lot easier to catch the punt with your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, great coaching point right there, Jules. I just learned something, actually. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And it's true. Like, it's true about receiving, as well. Like, if you're going up and your feet aren't under you and you're all over the place and you're going up to make the catch, it makes it harder to catch the ball if your body's not lined up.
The reason he was explaining the punt and the feet is because you have to read the tip of the ball depending on what it is doing at the top of the arc of the punt. Mm-hmm. Now, if the ball doesn't tip over with the right-footed punter, it's going to die and go right. So you have to get your feet there so you get a 2-way go. So if you read it right with your feet, then your hands are going to be there. If the ball goes over, if it tips over, then it's going to go far left and you play it on your right titty and it gives you two goes. Mm-hmm. So like that's what he was talking about, because you're reading, it's like baseball, you're reading where the ball's going. And so you don't do it with your arms, you do it with your legs, because your legs are going to bring you to the area.
Great points.
When do you think you earned his trust?
I would say I earned his trust my second year in the league in training camp, when he gave me a parking spot up front. I was one of the training camp heroes or whatever it was called, training camp MVPs. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, when he did it back in the day in order to earn the parking spot up front. And I got that my second year, going into the season throughout training camp. And right when that happened, that's when I felt like I gained his trust. He believes in me. I got the parking spot up in front of the parking lot. It was a privilege, to earn that. And that's when, if it truly felt like I earned his trust as well, to get that parking spot, because parking spots were huge. It was like walking like 50 feet less into the building, which that 50-foot extra sucked.
It sucked.
Yeah,
cold days.
Yeah, cold days blew. When do you think you earned his trust?
Never did.
That's a good answer. Nope. We'll leave it right there, Jules. I know you gained his trust, but I like that first answer.
He knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm fucking talking about, Bill. I'm still mad about that shit.
When did you piss him off the most? You can't say never did to that one either. No. Yeah, I know you pissed him off plenty of times. How about when you got in fights on the practice field? That pissed him off all the time.
That pissed him off, but I don't think he got really mad at that.
No, because he liked your aggressiveness.
Yeah, and it's kind of like when like a coach gets tossed in baseball. Just get a little spark to the game, the guys. Mm-hmm. Like I would get tossed in practice because it was a flat fucking practice. We needed a little spark. Mm-hmm. We needed a little spark. Mm-hmm. So he actually kind of liked that. I think once it was like mini camps. Remember when we started doing those bout runs and he stopped mini camp practice and we had to do like 2 bout runs in the middle of practice and then go up and do like NASCAR, and I was like dying, and I was a little pissed at it. Because like our load was getting high. And I remember he got mad at me because I kind of gave him a little lip. I gave him a little lip on. I was like, we're trying to execute out here, dude. We're not getting anything done here. Fucking, we can't even get lined up. We got fucking guys don't know what we're doing. Just shut the fuck up, Edelman. Keep running.
What year was this?
This was probably like 15. Remember when we started doing those we did a bout run. We started doing these bout runs to get our fucking load up or conditioning. And he decides in the middle of a practice, he blows the whistle. All right, we're going to do some conditioning. We have to do a full bout, which is 3-minute runs. You have to hit 785 yards in 3 minutes. You got to touch down, back, down, back, down, back, down, back. You have 3 minutes of full running, and if you don't get 385, you don't pass. And then we had to go do NASCAR after, which is no huddle. So like we were fucking trashed.
This is making me want to run.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, I'm not in shape anymore if that's what we were doing.
When was the most human moment you had with him?
Ooh, most human moment.
Like for me, his most human moment is when I remember when I got suspended, like and I got hurt, and he could see that I was hurt for letting the team down. And he kind of, I don't remember how, but he felt like he had my back. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a good feeling.
That, you know what I mean?
I do.
And that was like the most human moment I had with him.
I would say
his computer.
When I tossed, yeah, when I threw that guy out of the club when we played the Colts.
Yeah.
And then I went up to him on the sidelines. I didn't even say any words to him. I just started dancing in front of his face, and he loved it. Loved it.
And if you're getting a fucking penalty, like a personal foul penalty, he hated that shit.
And I got a personal foul on it too, and he loved it still. Now that's a human moment,
because
right
you did your job too good.
Yeah.
And you can't get mad at a guy for doing his job too good.
You're right. That's a great play. I did it too good.
You did your job so good where you drove the guy literally to the back of the end zone.
Yeah, that's why he loved it. Personal foul for doing your job.
Because coaches always in the film room, they'll say shit like that. Yeah. Like, this guy should be with the fucking cheerleaders with how he plays. You should block him into the cheerleaders. Gronk literally blocked him into the cheerleaders. And got a 15-yard penalty on it. Oh, that was so fun.
Love Coach. Love Coach.
What was the best advice he gave to you?
I mean, he always gave great advice. You know, thinking about it, to this day, I didn't truly understand it when I was 21, 22, 23 years old. But he always, you know, it always stuck back in back of my head, but he always exemplified and made point that nothing good happens past 12 o'clock at night.
That's true.
He always reiterated it. And now thinking about it to this day, I use that line all the time. I'm like, why would I go out at nighttime? Nothing good happens past 1 a.m. Let's party during the day, you know? And it was a great point.
Party during the day.
Yeah. Can't get in trouble during the day.
I bet you he's going to use this. He better use this to show all his UNC team. You know what I mean? This is marketing right there.